Hey, what's up, guys? So it's time for another eBay unboxing. And I don't know for sure if this is what I think it is, but I saw it. It was like 20 bucks. I nabbed it. It had to buy it now. And I always am on the hunt on eBay for what I call sleepers, things that are like better than what the seller thinks it is for a cheap price because I can't afford retail prices for the antiques I collect. So I see a piece of paper. Let me just get it out of there because I don't want anyone getting my address. There we go. And so the listing was for a shell trinket box. And I am hoping it is what I think it is. Holy moly. So it is actually something that I think it is. It's yeah, this is looking Georgian to me, or older than Georgian. Oh my goodness, this is just absolutely a beautiful, beautiful cowrie shell. And a cowrie shell is actually a shell that's found, of course, deep under the ocean. It comes in all different species. There's different patterns. They come from Africa. They come from the Pacific. They come everywhere. And during this time frame when these type of little snuff boxes were made, these actually were very rare. It was very rare to get these type of shells into boxes, and the reasoning is because people have to dive to get them, and so they didn't have the equipment that we have today in order to actually get them from the ocean. What's great about this is it has a little thumb spot on it. You see that right there? Now, sometimes a lot of these come mounted in silver. This one is definitely not mounted in silver. Here, you know what? I just want to put it on something soft because I don't want it to get scratched up. But look at that. Look at that pattern. That pattern is beautiful. Now, a lot of the cowrie shells that you see on the market are called tiger cowrie, but I don't know if this is the same species. Tiger cowrie, I think, usually has like little stripes on it, or a little like, or leopard cowrie has like little brown dots on it. But this one looks very, very different. Let's turn it all around. There we go. Okay, so the seller really didn't say much about it. All she said was vintage cowrie shell trinket box. And I was like, I saw the buy it now. It was just listed, and I just hit the buy it now. Now, in the description, she had a few poor pictures, and I did notice something on the bottom in one of her pictures. I noticed that it had some kind of carving on it. Now, it was very hard to see in her pictures, but if you look close, you will see this is, I believe, don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I believe this is abalone shell or abalone shell. And it has an iridescent type of look. Almost, it's a very similar to mother of pearl. But if you look very closely, you will see a carving. And it's like an Asian carving. And I don't know if this is Chinese or if this is Japanese. But I've never seen another one of these boxes with this on the bottom. Now, I'll tell you right now, I'm definitely not, I don't know if you watch, there's a YouTuber by the name of Dr. Lori. She does appraisals on antiques. She claims she's an expert. I am definitely not Dr. Lori, so I don't have degrees in antiques. But I do notice, I'm not trying to knock her, but Dr. Lori is not always right. I noticed Dr. Lori a couple of times did some appraisals and actually got them wrong. Now, she pretty much acts as though she's an expert. She was doing an appraisal on antique German and French dolls. She went to somebody's house, and I've been collecting for over 20 years. I have several hundred of them in my collection. And she said one of the dolls was German and from the 1890s. It turns out it was a rare French fashion doll that actually was worth 3 to 5,000. She appraised it at $350. So that's why you can't always follow these so-called experts. You have to follow their advice with a grain of salt. So what do I know about this? Not that much. And I'll be the first one to admit when I don't know something. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'm an expert and this is blah, blah, blah. So, but this is certainly, definitely a sleeper. Now, if you look closely, you will see the carving. I don't know if you can see it in the light. It's very, very faint, but you can see almost what looks like little pagoda houses. I don't know if you can see that. And then you see what looks to be a woman. Now, usually the Chinese carved scenes from everyday life. And I believe this may be Cantonese or some kind of export, or I think they called this Chinese export or something like that. But let's zoom in and let's check out. So there's like a lady over here. There's a man with a straw hat. Pretty cool. It's very hard to show you. This fades over the years. This was probably placed on counters, in somebody's pocket. and the bottom, gets worn down. So that is really awesome. All right, let me zoom in to try to show you the carvings. And again, I believe this to be from the early 1800 time range to the mid 1800s, possibly the late 1700s. And let's try to get a view on that. There's a lady over here. There's what appears to be like pagoda houses in the background. Some kind of really cool looking foliage and bushes and trees. There's a tree right there. And what looks like a cherry blossom tree of some sort over here. A lady, which appears to be inside a boat. And another lady, maybe. I don't know. And we have, yeah, this is an amazing, amazing carving. It's almost like scrimshaw or Asian scrimshaw. It could be Japanese. I could be wrong. And let's open up the box and see what it looks like inside. The seller did not include photos of what the inside of the box looks like. But I can definitely tell by the mounting that this is old. A lot of these did come mounted in silver, the more expensive ones. But this looks to be like gilt brass of some sort. But I'm looking at the hinges, and this is telling me this is very old. Okay, so I have it open. And I'm trying to look for any kind of like markings. I mean, it could be silver. You never know with the old patina on these things. Something could be hidden like a mark. I don't see a mark. But what's really cool is I just noticed this. Don't know if you can see it. But there is actually some writing in here. Can you see that? It looks like some kind of carving of some sort or inscription of a name. I don't know what that says. Do you? Huh, that's very interesting. What is that symbol? That looks like a really, really, really weird symbol. And it could be the person's name, or it could be the artist that actually did the inscription. Let's turn it upside down and see. Maybe it says something the other way. But I don't see anything. Huh. If you know, write it in the comments below. Really fast, I'm going to do a cutaway, and I am going to show you some other cowrie shells that were from the Georgian time frame to earlier. And you can see how rare these are and much love. Now, I just started collecting old snuff boxes, and this is my first cowrie shell snuff box, and I'm really tickled pink with it. All right, let's do a quick cutaway. I'll show you some Georgian era ones and earlier. Really fast. I hate filming off of my computer screen, but here's a George III Scottish silver mounted. Now, some of them were really elaborate, but this one has a very similar pattern to mine, and it's dated 1810. And what did this one sell for? Holy smackaronis! 3,950 euros, which is much more expensive in America. But this is actually really silver, so mine's not silver. But mine has that really neat carving on it. Here's another one, mid-Victorian, probably like it's saying mid-Victorian is like 1850s or so. Really cool. And that one is selling for $245.09 in US dollars. Let's check out some more. And here's an 18th century gilt metal mounted cowrie shell snuff box. Really awesome. And here's one that is not silver, but more of like a pewter. And here's some pictures showing you all the different views on it. Really awesome. Does it have a price? I don't see a price. It says sold. That's just about it. This one is a 1790 Georgian silver mounted cowrie seashell snuff box. 750 euros. And you can see these are quite expensive. Now this one is mounted in silver, of course. It has a carving on the bottom in the silver. Similar to mine has a carving. There you go. All right. And here we go with this. This one is on Collectors Weekly. Someone talking about their Georgian period cowrie shell snuff box. Apparently it was not very common to find because the cowrie shells were rare at that time frame. Awesome. And here's some things I was looking up. I was looking up carvings. I typed in antique Cantonese abalone carved. Just to, try to see if I see any other carvings that are similar to mine. Apparently, the Asians did carve in shell. So, I don't know, actually, how that got carved. Let's see, that one is not actually Chinese or Asian. But, yeah, here's some other carvings they did in shell. Really awesome. Look at the workmanship. And, interesting. anyone knows more about Asian antiques, if this is Japanese, if this is Chinese, usually these were made in England or Scotland or some parts of America and Europe. So I don't know how we got the Asian inscription on the bottom. I don't know how that happened. But if you know, please write in the comments below. I told you, I'm definitely not Dr. Lori. I don't know everything. But this is, look at that carving. That is just really blowing me away. So once again, guys, thanks for watching another eBay unboxing sleeper, which I always look for these rare sleepers. My guess is this is probably worth anywhere between $200 to $800. But with this carving, it may get more interesting because this could be from the late 1700s, early 1800s, and Chinese carvings are really collected. So you got a double, what I call a double collectible. You have something Asian that's collectible and antique, and you also have a snuff box, which is 2 parts. There you go. All right, guys, I'll see you all soon. I have some more sleepers coming my way from eBay. Sometime this week, I'll do some more unboxings with you. And thank you so much for watching.